Your ancient peasant trusty son Rubio. But tell me, my sweet friend, what happy gale of blazing have you here from old Verona? Oh, such wind as scatters young men through the world to seek their fortune farther than at home where small experience grows. But here, King Senior Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased. Oh, and I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wide and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at home, and so come abroad to see the world. Petrushka, should I then come round Italy and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favoured wife? Thou thanks me but a little for my counsel, and yet I promise you she shall be rich and very rich. Yet thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her. Signor Hortensio, such friends as we, few words suffice, and therefore thou no one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, as wealth is burden of my wooing dance, be she as foul as Miss Florentius love, as old as Sybil, and as cursed and shrewd as Socrates and Thippy, or worse, as she moves me not, or not, the moods at least affections edgingly, where she is rough as the Adriatic Sea. I come to wipe it wealthily in Patrick, wealthily, then happily.
Hello.
Give him gold enough. Married to a puppet or a magnet baby.
Hello.
Trough was never put in her head. So she has as many diseases as 250 horses. Nothing comes amiss, so money comes. But Petruchio, since I said thus far, I will continue that I broached in jest. I can Petruchio, and into a wife.
Please say something when you join in,
and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman.
so I know who is watching. Trying to set up some music. Hello. Seems live. Let me see if I can rotate this thing like this. It's better. I don't know. I think this way was better. Let's see if I can mix music. Hello. Hello, girl. Welcome. I'm trying to put on some music. It's lonely on these streets. YouTube street is strange for me. I'm still trying to find my way. This is so crazy. Thanks for joining in. Let me try to put on some music for us before we start. I'm really fidgeting. Trying to put on some music. I don't know if it's possible to share on YouTube, on Facebook. Could you do that for me, please? I don't know if that's possible. Try to see if you could share on Facebook, Clotilde. Please. Thank you. So we could get at least one more, two more people watching. Then maybe it'll be fun. Music. I have to be careful the kind of music we play on YouTube because there's a lot of things one can apparently not do on YouTube. So it's not like Facebook when we just do a disclaimer and play whatever music we want. YouTube is kind of different. I'm looking for how are you? Let me see. Please to say something when you join in, so I know you're there, so I can say hello. So I can say hello. I'm trying to look for. Let's see. Sounds. There you go. So what? YouTube library. Hello. Please say something when you join in so I know someone is watching, because I'm trying to put on some music. I'm trying to be very careful about the music I play on here. This is my first time doing YouTube live, so I'm a bit new on this street. So I think I should get my mic because I don't feel like the sound is good. How is the sound? Is the sound okay? Can somebody tell me if you think the sound is okay? Please just comment below so I know. Is the sound okay? Let me still, I think I should get the mic anyways. Yes. So I'm back. Is anybody home? Hold on. Sure. So. Uh, YouTube. I'm on YouTube live. Yeah, YouTube live. Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining in. I'm trying to play. Sorry, guys. I'm having a call. Read your Facebook message. Okay. On YouTube. Okay. I don't know if there is a way to enlarge the frame. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm new. I'm using a streaming app, so I think that's the app making the frame to be this small. I'm terribly sorry. Maybe next time I'll do it on my laptop or something. I cannot stream directly to YouTube because I have less than 1,000 subscribers. That's the rule. So I'm using a streaming app to stream. So that's why the frame is small. I'm seriously sorry about that. I don't know how to fix it. I wish there was a way that I knew how and I could do it myself. So I'm sorry. But I don't know, Clotilde, can you tell me if hey, hello, Daviki TV. Thank you for joining. Hello, thank you for joining in. This is my first time doing a YouTube live, so I'm a bit shaky, a little bit nervous. I've never done this before, so I'm really glad that some people are joining in. If you've done this before, please, I'd like to read tips, pointers, how to do it better, because I just realized my frame is small. I don't know how to fix that. I'm using the Prism streaming app, so it's a little bit, it's a struggle, guys. It's a struggle. Please do bear with me. I'm new in this. It's easier to just make videos and post it out, but I decided to come on live so I can get to meet new people. You guys can get to know me, maybe ask some questions. I get to learn from other people as well. Hello, Chemistry Channel. Welcome to my live. You inspired me to do live, so here I am on the YouTube streets trying to be like you. It's not easy, girl. Like, you make it look so easy when you just sit and you're chatting, like it's easy when you do it. Now I'm trying, it's not easy. Oh, you're on a Zoom meeting. Okay, how long is that going to be for? Okay, then I'll be waiting for you, girl. I'll be waiting for you. It's not easy. Thank you, Daviki TV. Thank you very much. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Like, seriously, when other people do live, you watch it, you just feel like, oh, I can do that as well. But you don't know how tricky the whole, the technicalities of things, how tricky it can be. I am struggling, guys. Like, in my head, I felt like, oh, just come on live and we just talk about some, the topic I had in mind where difficulties, life difficulties. I don't know if you guys can read the topic because I wrote it out. I don't know if you guys saw that. Let me know if you could see the title of the whole show. I don't know if that showed up, but I did write out what we're going to talk about, because it's basically just trying to connect to new people getting to know me, the person behind the DoramartinsWorld channel. And we ask questions, we learn from each other while we're talking about difficulties, because personally, I've gone through a lot. I've been through a lot, still going through a lot, but yes, we smile, because we have to suck it in and, deal with those feelings and try to be strong, you guys, especially when you have kids. You want to be strong for your kids and keep a brave face. Hey, Andrada, tack för att du kom. Hey, Dora, hur mår du? Jag saknar dig också. I miss you so much, girl. Like, du har ingen ordning. Jag saknar dig jättemycket. Alltså, du vet inte. Men tack för att du är här. I miss you so much, girl. I miss you. For those who don't know, I stay in Sweden. I live in Sweden, and yeah, sometimes if my Swedish friend join it, then I'll speak in Swedish, so don't get, confused. Thank you, Daviki TV. Exactly, we stay strong, we stay focused, because that's life. Sometimes, things happen unexpectedly, and you're expected to, I advise people, if you feel like you need time to, to grieve, to try to, take time to heal, it's advisable. But sometimes you don't need time to want to heal, because especially when you have young kids at home, you want to be brave for them, you want to be strong for them, you want to encourage them that, life, that's how life is. Hey, Malin! Hey, tack för att du kom! Hej, vad kul att du är här! Jättekul faktiskt. Yeah, like I was saying, yeah, David, yeah, you guys are gonna learn some Swedish today, because yeah, especially when I speak to my friend down there, I'll speak Swedish. I speak Swedish to some friends, and of course English. I think they do understand English as well, I hope. Malin, förstår du när jag pratar engelska? Jag tror du pratar jättebra engelska faktiskt. But yeah, I'll speak sometimes in Swedish for my Swedish friends as well. But I do think Swedish people speak perfect English, guys. I've been to a couple of countries here in Europe, and I will say it as an African myself who's been staying in Sweden for 10 years. Like, you can go to Germany and the Germans will try to speak English, but the accent, it's like that. But Swedish people speak perfect. I tell them they speak perfect English because the accent is clean, like clean. For people who've grown all their lives in Sweden, and when they speak English, you feel they're coming from the UK. Like, seriously. That's how clean the Swedish accent is. Och vad bra du förstår engelska. Yay! Andrada, förstår du också engelska? Men jag tror du också pratar bra engelska, Andrada. För vi har pratat engelska några gånger på jobbet. So yeah, the Swedish people speak very good English. So, for us coming from another culture, staying in Sweden, I always advise my Swedish friends, try to learn the Swedish language, because if you have English like your first language, there is a chance that you might stay in Sweden for so long without learning Swedish, because everywhere you go, you will find a lot of people speaking English. For example, you go to the shops, you want to buy, you will find people speaking English, so you just find yourself, of course, it's easy, maybe you're just speaking in English, but it's good, but it's bad for you as a foreigner, because it's best if you can speak the language of where you stay. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, hey, Lydia TV. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy that you guys are joining in. It makes it look easier when I'm seeing people that I can talk to. For the longest, I was trying to find my way here. I was like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? Like, this life thing was all, it made sense when I was thinking about it, but now nobody was on, so I couldn't speak to myself. It was a bit weird, but I'm glad you guys are joining it, and it's fun. So Daviki TV, where are you joining in from? Where are you from? Where do you live? Like, what country are you coming from? I'd love to know. Thank you, Lydie. Thank you. Thank you very much. How are you today? Like, what's up? What's going on? A lot is happening. Like, we've actually been talking a little bit. Chem Lady TV and I have been talking. Like, by the way, Chem Lady TV, she has a cooking channel here on YouTube. You guys should check her out as well. You know, real good Cameroonian delicacy she makes as well. So check her out too, guys. I'm a Cameroonian, but I live in Belgium. Oh, that's beautiful. Really beautiful. Really, really beautiful to have a Cameroonian sister on board. I'm sure you already know I'm a Cameroonian myself. And you already know I stay in Sweden. So yes, that's where we are at right now. Let me see if I've greeted everybody. Yeah, of course, Clotilde, you joined first. So biggest welcome to you and biggest love to you. You know, the Vietredan, Mike Shalek, plenty love. Yeah, I just had a course in English, passed my grammar exam and phonetics exam. Woo! Gratis, Venice, yet gratis. Also, Andrada, she's Swedish, by the way. If you guys look on the comment section, the Andrada name, that's my friend. She's Swedish, and she's telling me now that she just passed an English course, the grammatic perfectly, the phonetics perfectly. That's what I'm talking about. These people can speak English, guys, like good English. So congratulations to you, Andrada. So now we shouldn't be bothering about if you understand English or not, because girl, you have the certificates to show right now that you passed your exam. That's really great. Super bra. Super bra. So, yeah, you shouldn't procrastinate. You shouldn't procrastinate. Like, you know, Lady TV, don't procrastinate. If you want to do something, just plan and do this thing. Like, I actually had this idea like a couple of days back. I was going to contact you to ask you how you did, because I think you went live one time. Then I went online. I was googling, you know, searching how I can go live with my phone, because I didn't want to go live with my computer because I don't trust the webcam on there. So then I got this, I learned about the app, and I think it's the same app that you used anyway. So but I didn't know how to go about it. So if you want to do something, that's one of my live rules. If you want to, 2020 is a year for lessons, guys. I've learned so much. So much has happened to me, my family, like my friends. A lot of, like 2020 is that year. If you've not learned anything this year, please do learn that. Procrastination is not good, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. Corona is out there, guys. You don't know what happens. A lot of people have lost their lives, which is sad. Like, I work in healthcare, guys, and unfortunately, I've said goodbye to a lot of people, and it's not fun. It's not fun to just feel that today you can be smiling with somebody and tomorrow they are not there. So don't procrastinate. If you have anything in mind you want to do, you have that, you know, degree, that course that you want to study, do it. You have that business that you want to start it. You have that friend that you've not spoken to for a long time, please reach out and just talk to that friend. Stop procrastinating, because you don't know what tomorrow might bring. Like, seriously, you might just sit and you hear that a friend is gone, and that's a friend that you have been procrastinating to talk to. You understand? So imagine the pain you're going to feel in your mind when you realize that, oh, I should have called this friend, but I didn't call this friend, and now this has happened, you guys. So we're going to talk more about the life difficulties, because that's what I want to talk about. Like, there's so much to be grateful for, even though there's so much to cry for. I don't know if that makes sense. The same time, we have lost a lot, but we've gained a lot this year, this 2020. So that's it. I'm starting to primary school teacher and taking my exams in 2020. Wow, that's so beautiful, Andrea. That's so beautiful. And I think it, like, thinking about your personality, it fits you a lot, because you are a calm and you are a caring person. Like, the pastor the yet make a fact, so the that they do. Like, you're so good, like you are a warm person. So I think you make a great teacher, like a great teacher. I hope one day my kid has to go to your school, because you are a great caregiver, really great at it. And exactly, Chem Lady. Thank you, Pookie Girl. Thank you. Please, guys, like the video. click on the like button, please. I'm begging. I'm begging. That's the only way YouTube is gonna share my videos. If it feels like people are engaging, people are liking the video, if there is a way for you to share, please do share, please. I'm begging. So we have more people joining, more people, the more the merrier. Okay, so yes, that's I'm really happy. We have 7 people watching right now, so it's really fun to have all you here. I'm really happy. I wasn't expecting this much or this many people on the first trial. This is the first time, guys, that I'm doing this. So I'm so happy that I have this many people joining in and watching. I'm so happy. Like, I feel like crying, guys. Like, you guys have no idea. I've had a week of crying. Like, today is actually, no, yesterday was actually the first time in like 2 weeks that I actually sat down to, you know, to do some makeup on my face. You might ask why I'm sharing this. Yes, because we've had a lot of, you know, we've gone through a lot, guys. Actually, my husband had a car accident. That was last week, Monday. And yeah, he's okay to talk about it now. I'm okay to talk about it. Now, we didn't share, guys. We kept it to ourselves. We had a you know, when you wake up in the morning and you say goodbye, like goodbye, not goodbye. You say we see later. That's it. You tell your loved one that we see later. And 1 hour later, you have a call and you're told that your kids and your husband has, you know, been in a car crash. Guys, it's not the kind of car crash. You know, there are car crashes and there are car crashes. This one is the one that if you see the car, if they tell you that people came out of that car alive, you will not believe it. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And thinking about it now I can smile, guys. I don't know. I hope my eyes are not selling me away. I'm trying to smile through the tears because we're not here to cry. We're here to celebrate. It's all about gratitude, guys. So yes, and you know why it affects me so is because first we had a new car. My problem is not the car. Before I say the story, don't get it wrong. We bought a new car. Before we got that car, I'll give you guys a backstory. I didn't want us to get the car. I didn't want, you know, when your man asks you, baby, I like this car, I want us to get the car, you're being like, no, let's not get the car now. Let's wait. This is 2020. A lot is happening 2020. People are saving money. People are not, you know, spending money. Let's save this money. And he was like, no. He feels that his birthday was gonna come. So he felt like, I think this is a gift for me to me because I've been working so hard. I've been, you know, having sleepless night. Thank you for all the new people joining. I'm going to say hello to you soon. I just want to finish the story. Yeah. So, yeah. And I was really like, no, don't get the car. Let's wait. Like maybe next year or something. And he was like, no, I feel it in my spirit that, you know, this is what I want to do. So, you know, when you feel like your partner is so convinced about something, you just feel like, okay, let me join in, you guys. So he went, we got the car, and you know, I wasn't happy until I saw the car. Let me say it like that. You know, as a woman, I saw the car, I was like, yeah. Then the only thing I had in mind was, I can't wait to drive this car. Fast forward, I think it's like 4 months later. Guys, it was a brand new car. So 4 months later now, apparently for the past 3 months, I've been the one driving the car. Hello, Grace, welcome. Thank you for joining. Oh my goodness, I have so many people joining. I'm so happy. I feel like crying. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. Where was I anyways? So yeah. For the past 3 months, I've been the one rocking my supposed husband's birthday present, you guys. And the kids were so happy that it's mine. You know, everybody knew it was mine, but we knew, it was like, we know who owns the car, but I was having it for the longest. And guys, the day before my husband had the accident, he took the car, and the kids were not happy. They were like, no, they want mommy to have the car. There's like, because you know how kids are. We've been rocking the cars, the kids and I, while, he's at work, because he kind of works a lot. Backstory again. So yeah, the kids were not happy it was a Sunday. The kids was like, no. We want mommy to have the car on Monday, guys. So the kids were fighting the dad, like, give mommy the car. And he gave up. He was like, okay, he's gonna give mommy the car on Monday. So for some reason, we woke up on Monday. We're so busy rushing to drop the kids, because the kids go to different directions school. So he had some kids in his car, and I had some in my car. And I didn't take the new car. He took the new car with him. Guys, the car that I use is a kind of a smaller car. And the one I'm talking about that my husband uses is a bigger car. And of course, a new car. So we said, hey, bye and see you later. And he drove off with the kids. 1 hour later, I had the call that he's been in an accident. The first thing that I thought in my head was, because when I got the call, I didn't know the situation of the kids, how everything is. And the hardest part was, guys, they'll be talking about corona. I think this is the time I really felt the heat of corona. I haven't had corona myself. I've helped some patients who have had corona, but luckily, or in Swedish we say paper toy tra. That's we knock on a tree or something tree, just to avoid the e-lock. So I have to do that. But to God be the glory, we haven't had that in the family. I can say maybe yet, or maybe hopefully never. But the fact that because of corona, I couldn't be with my husband in the hospital, I think that killed me a lot. Then the second thing that almost destroyed me was, I was always thinking, like, the kids had told their dad at night, Sunday night, that they want him to have the car. They want me to have the car on Monday. Think that I had that car on Monday. If I had that car on Monday, my husband would not be alive today, and maybe I would have lost 3 of my kids. Ooh, I'm having goosebumps. I'm sorry. I said I'm not going to cry. So yeah, I keep thinking about that. Like, if he had exchange, because we had like a Toyota Prius and we have a Range Rover. So the kids wanted me to have the Range Rover, and he had given, when kids, when they are fighting with their dad, like, no, we want mommy to have this Range Rover. You drive the Prius. Give mommy the Range Rover. And he was like, okay, we're going to exchange on Monday. And for some reason, or let's say God said, Dora, don't even stress about the car key. Dora, just take the other kids and go drop them at school while he drives the Range Rover. They call me. The car is twisted, guys. I think my husband, for those who are friends with us on Facebook, I'm sure you've seen the car on Facebook. The car is twisted. When I was talking to the police, they told me it's a miracle that he's alive. And guys, did I tell you that my kids are unscratched? Like, no injury. Like, everybody's fine. The only thing that is, they're a bit shaking, the kids. But they are fine. And if you see how scattered that car is, you will not believe they came out unscratched. Unfortunately, my husband wasn't as lucky as the kids. He had some injuries. Glory be to God, he's healing, and we give God all the glory. Guys, the whole of last week, I was crying a lot, and I was thanking God that I didn't use that car. Thanking God that he used the car. Thanking God that before the accident occurred, he was driving that car, because had he had a smaller car, then the story would have been different. Sometimes before I had my driver's license, I used to be one of those passengers that if I sit in front of your car and you're driving, very fast, I start, I don't know, when you sit at the passenger side in a car in front, and on a highway, you feel like you're gonna jump out the car. I don't know, I used to have that fright. And I remember that when I was learning how to drive to have my license, one of the car instructor told me that when you're out in traffic driving, most times you're driving for yourself and for the other people using the road. I don't know if that makes sense. And that has always been on my mind each time I'm on the road. You guys, sometimes some people will drive, and I don't have traffic rage, guys. I'm not that kind of person. Sometimes when I'm driving, I see some people make really mistakes, big mistakes, or sometimes some people are really angry when you yourself make some mistake. Then I'm that kind of person who will say, peace be unto you, like, because I always feel like everybody's fighting battles one way or the other. Like, you can meet somebody on the road and the person is so, like, some people can be so mean, or so, how they say it in English now, because I can only think it in Swedish, like, for those of you who speaks English, like otrevligt, what's the English translation? Now my brain is getting like tight or something. Like, some people can be so mean and so, what's the word? Like, so, angry. Some people can, for nothing. You can say hello to somebody and they cheek you. That's okay. That's not mean. They are just, maybe they don't hear you, or maybe they don't want to talk at that moment. I don't classify that as mean. Some people are so, it's almost like they have a lot of garbage in them that they just want to dump on other people that are kind of angry. Rude. Yes. Thank you. Some people can be so rude. Thank you. That's the word. So rude. Like, you ask yourself, but what did I do to this person to be this rude to me? You guys, and I'm that kind of a person that, for those who know me, know that the way I think, I'll think that maybe that person has, sometimes somebody I might just have had, maybe they've just been fired from their job, or they've just lost a loved one, or they've lost something. So that's how I think in my head, guys, most of the time. Like, if somebody is that rude to you, maybe there's something they have a battle they are fighting. Maybe they just left the doctors and they were told that they maybe have cancer or something. So I don't always take it personal. I don't always think that it's because of me. That's why he's like that. You guys, so I think that has helped me a lot. So when I'm on traffic, I always have that, so people can overtake you in a certain way that you'll be like, does it have a dead wish or something? And that's the same thing that happened. When I heard about this accident, I was so distraught. Then when my husband came, he started speaking of it, because he had a lot of operations and stuff. It wasn't easy. Like, it was hard. And when we started talking on phone, I was like, what happened? Then he explained, sometimes when somebody is in a traffic and things like that happen, he's my husband, I do trust him. But other times you feel at the back of your mind, like, when something like this happens, everybody says it's not my fault. You understand? Everybody says it's not. So he has said it's not his fault. But until when the police report came, guys, I saw the letter came in from police. I opened the letter and I read it. I cried. Then he was so, like, he was weak and he's looking at me, he's asking me, why are you crying? He didn't understand why I was crying. He didn't understand why I was, because I felt like the other person that was driving, first, it's a small road, like, that they are, like those country roads. That's how I can describe the kind of roads he was driving on. Country roads are not as big as the, expressway or something. And it's two-way traffic. This particular road is that kind of road that, first, in Sweden here, for those of you who don't stay in Sweden, now we are in the winter time, which means sometimes it's dark till like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. On a country road, first, it's dark. Second of all, it's a small road. Third, like, it's morning. Everybody is, rush hour. This man was trying to overtake a truck, guys. And one, he had a small car, not a big car as the Range Rover that my husband was driving. He was trying to overtake a truck, and the truck was not giving way. Sometimes you want to overtake and, the other car can just give way for you to go ahead. But this time around, from what I read from the police report, it's the eyewitness that is recounting this. He was trying to overtake the truck. The truck wasn't giving him way to pass. And he was driving like the truck is here. He's so now, from the same direction, they are driving like it's a one-way. My husband and kids, they're coming on the opposite direction. So he saw that it was going to be a head-on collision. Julian, I'm sorry. I thought I wrote out the topic. We are just talking about life difficulties, and while we are getting to know each other, connecting to new people. That's just the topic. I thought I wrote it out, but apparently it's not showing. I'm sorry. So, like I was saying, so he saw that it was going to be a head-on collision, and by the grace of God, he turned the car, trying to leave the road, because there's no space by the side of the road. He got into a ditch, and the car spinned like, I don't know, how many times, but we went to the accident scene today, guys, and when he was explaining, he didn't explain that the car went up a tree. We only found out today that the car hit a stone, spinned up to a tree. All the tree, like a big tree, the branches, you could see how the branches are, scattered. Because when you look at the car, you see some trees, branches in there still. And the car fell on its back, guys. Everything is scattered. And glory be to God, it was a big car, strong car. So, yeah, he survived it. So, guys, it has taught me gratitude. It has taught me to know that if you have something to tell somebody, don't keep it. Tell somebody. Imagine that see you later that we lastly spoke about, my husband and I, on Monday morning, because it happened last week Monday. Imagine that was the last thing we had to say to each other. Imagine that I did not have to see my kids again, because my kids were in the car as well. Luckily, they are safe, no scratch. The kids are good. Only him that had some injuries he's still trying to heal from. So imagine, so if you have someone like that you appreciate, even some friends that you used to have before that for some reason you guys drifted apart because of some problem, reach out. This is 2020, guys. It's a year that has changed a lot of things. It has taught me a lot of things, like reach out and just say hello, wish them well. Reach out to those people that you value, guys. Because sometimes we just wait until something really bad happens, then we start reaching out. Let's reach out even when our heart is pure and we are happy, just reach out and say, I hope you're well, stay well, you guys. So that's one of the things I wanted to share on this, live today about life difficulties, because life has taught me now that it can, twinkle of an eye, everything can just change. Everything can just, change from what it is to something that you don't expect it to be. So yeah, it's crazy out there, guys. It's crazy. And a lot of some people are losing their homes, guys, because of COVID-19. They are losing jobs. A lot of people are having it tough this year, like really tough. Guys, if you are opportune to be one of those who still has a job, whose life is still going forward as normal, then you have extra things to be grateful for, because a lot of people now have to cut back on what they eat to be able to eat for long, because they are losing their jobs. They don't have a lot of, not every country is as blessed as Sweden, that they have like a very good social system that you can get. Maybe if you're out of a job, you can still get like 80% of your salary, because we have something here that we call ACASA that you pay every, like like an insurance, job insurance, if I can explain it like that. So some people still have like 80% of what they used to earn while they were working, so that can still sustain them. But some people are just totally out of job. And the funny thing is that when you're out of job, you still need to eat. You still need to pay your rent, your utility bills. They don't stop sending those bills because you're out of job. So guys, people have it very, very, very difficult. So let's be kind to one another. Let's be really, really, because guys, we don't know what can just come. This is Corona now. Nobody anticipated Corona some few years back, or maybe those people, I don't know. Let's not get political, but apart from those people who know what they were doing, nobody anticipated Corona. All of us were just living our lives, making all the plans 2020. I wanted to travel 2020, but I'm here and I don't have any plans to travel no more, because it's not safe out there. So I don't think traveling is even fun, because you don't want to go to, a holiday resort and you're there by yourself or just a couple of people. It's not fun. You want to see people. I think that's what makes us, makes life really, really, really interesting. So I just felt like sharing that on my first live on YouTube. Life difficulties. Let's talk about it. How has 2020 been for you guys? Like, you guys share, so we talk about it. We learn, because we are here to connect. We are here to chat. We are here to get to know each other better. And now you're seeing me, the face behind DoramartinsWorld. I'm sitting and we're having a chat, guys. So yeah, that's one thing I'd like to talk about. So again, welcome to everybody. I see you, Efandembome, welcome. knock on wooden surface. Yeah, that's a Swedish thing, guys. Like when like to avoid e-lock, you say something, then you knock on a wooden surface to try to avoid the e-lock to come to you, guys. So it's a very important thing. We say it every time we say something, spooky. So be like, no, 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 no. We say pepper, pepper, toy, tra. Like you take, like knock on a wooden something. All these spooky things will not get to you. So it's a very big belief here in Sweden. We do that a lot, guys. So don't laugh. It's our thing. Yeah, we thank God for everything. Julian Manke, God is always working with the kids because they are innocent souls. For adults, you need to follow God. That is true. Like I say, God of my kids, I want you, God of my kids. Like those children are angels, guys. Angels. Those souls are angels. Like when my husband, when his friends call him, they joke like, oh boy, your hands are clean, your hands are clean. I don't know what that means, but now I understand what you are saying there, because yeah, as a child, all kids don't sin. Kids are pure. They are, clean. So I think there's a special angel that protects them because they themselves are angels. So yeah, and I'm just grateful. I'm grateful because things still happen to kids. Some kids are sent to this world for a couple of years and God wants them back to come and do their angelic duties up there, but not my own this time around. So I'm glad that mine were left with me. Mine were left with me. I want mine here, please. They need to grow old and bury us. That's what they say in Africa. Like every parent who have a child wishes their kids to grow old and bury them. It's a thing. So let them stay here. They ain't going nowhere. I want them here. And Kem Lady TV says, that's how I told my husband, see you later, babe. And the next thing I heard was he had a car accident. You see, that's the same thing I'm talking about. Like I knew I was going to just say hello. When I had a call, I thought he was calling me because sometimes we call and we chat while driving. So I thought that was the kind of call. Let's just hang out on phone while we are running, doing some chores for the day. But unfortunately, it was not that kind of call. And it's a call that has changed our perspective about life, changed our relationship, change, just be changing. So I'm happy that now I can sit here and use this as an inspiration to people because, guys, for the whole of last week, I didn't feel like I can inspire anybody. I felt like I just needed to sit on the floor and cry. Like sit on the floor and cry. That's all I felt like. So I'm grateful that I can smile. I'm grateful that I'm sharing to you guys. Amen, Mirabella Bangel. So amen. I'm like, you have no idea how I want to shout this amen. Yeah, Julien said yes. So like, is the essential employees? Yes, exactly. Some people are losing their jobs. Some people are losing their job. Comfort, Mildred, comfort. You can say that again. Oh, kids are angels. Exactly. Our kids are angels. They have like pure blood. They are pure in spirit, pure in their mind, pure. Like that's why when sometimes kids will say something or do something, and that's why it's easier for them to make friends. I don't know if you've noticed. Like you can bring your kids to a playground, and before you know it, they're talking to somebody. Before you know it, they're playing with that person. But for us adults, it's difficult to make new friends. I'm here on YouTube Live trying to make new friends, guys. So yeah, for kids, it's so easy for them. They're on the playground, and before you know it, some child is just run up to them, or they run up to a child and just like, hello, how are you? Can we play together? And they start playing. Like, that's the best thing about kids. But the same way with kids can say the Danish things, guys. Out of their innocence, they will say something that will break your spirit out of their innocence. So yeah, that too is something that kids do that is crazy, but that's kids. They are blessed. They are blessed. And the dream of every parent is to give their kids a normal childhood as the most normal childhood. I think that's the dream of every parent. You just want your kids to grow normally. You want your kids not to see the difficulty of the world so young. You don't want them depressed. You want them to just know that anything that they wish for, that they work for, they can achieve it when they grow up. You just wanted to have that, you know, and of course, without you even doing, your kids idolize you. You are like the, how they call it, the mirror for your child. That's what your child sees. Their child looks at you. That's what they see. So what you do, you have to be careful so they don't learn the, you know, the crazy things, because whatever mommy does, that's what. Sometimes myself, I'm the type that likes makeup a lot. So sometimes my girls, they disappear. Do you know where they are? They are playing with my makeup. Like, it's strict. Nobody plays with mommy's makeup. But that's my own. Sometimes when I'm not looking, they are there trying to do, because they see me doing it. So it's not strange that my kids want to do makeup and look the way mommy looks sometimes. Yeah, thank God for the smile on your faces. God bless you and your family. You are a woman. Thank you very much, sister. Thank you. We have to be strong. Sometimes we want to smile through the pain. I always say we don't always look like what we go through. Yeah, we don't always look like what we go through. We shouldn't be looking like what we go through all the time as well. Sometimes we have to, because that's a glory. That's what I think, that's what God wants, guys. To know that we trust him enough to handle certain difficulties that we have in our lives. So yes, I have this theory. Let me share it with you guys. I have this theory that if I'm really, like, if something is really troubling me, something is really hurting me, I'll report it to God. Like, I call it reports, even though I do it through prayers. You can call it prayers, but I call it reporting. And when I report it to God, guys, believe you me, I wake up the next day, I feel better. I feel like, okay, I'm trusting that somebody greater than me is handling that affair. So my own work now is just to glow and trust him that he's handling it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I do. Like, I can just wake up. I think sometimes that confuses my husband as well, because one day I can sit and I look like 6 o'clock in the evening will not meet me alive. I look that depressed. And the next day I will just wake up, even if I don't have somewhere to go. I just wake up, I dress up, I start taking my selfies. And he's like, okay, what happened to this one? But now he knows. That's me. I pray, I cry. When I want to pray, I will sing, I'll pray, then I'll cry. Then I'll just like, okay, there's somebody that is handling it that is more than me. So I just chill. And most times it is well. Like, I just feel like things start falling into place, guys. So it's a beautiful feeling. I don't know. That's what I do. Yeah, they have to look like chic like mommy now. Now sometimes it's too much. Oh my God. Sometimes it's too much. Like, we have this, how they call it? Cortex, that's how they call it. I don't know, that's pigeon. How they call it in Swedish? No, in Swedish, I know how they call it in Swedish. Like cortex, nail polish. Thank you, that's how they call it in English. Nail polish, guys. I don't have nail polish in this house, because when I keep them, my kids will come and ask me for one. They can say, can we use the pink? When I say yes, no, they are taking all, because I have it like in a bowl or something. They carry everything. They'll put pink, black, blue, red on one nail. Then just like that, because they want all the colors on their fingers. And do you know what happens? After a while, I cannot use that nail polish anymore, because it is dried, guys. It is dried. They spoil it for me. I decided to go and get like there's a kids nail polish that they sell. That way, I think that one it doesn't have as much chemicals and is easily removed. They sell it like in toy shops over here. So I go get those for them. Do you think they want to use it? No. They say that one is not as good as my own. My own. So yeah, those are the downsides of having a girl child. So if you don't have kids yet and you're planning to have kids, please, if you're the kind of girl like me who loves, you know, beauty and everything, just get ready, because your kids will drag your things with you. The ones you want or the ones you don't want, they will still take. Like, just get ready. Like for you, Liddy TV, get ready. She's coming up. When she's there, you will tell me. We will have these conversations again. So yeah, it's a normal thing, I think. But for boys are easy going, very easy. It's easier to raise a boy than a girl. Boys don't have the same stress like girls. Yes, they want the mommy nail polish. Like, serious, they rejected all their, and it's still beautiful colors. You know those from the toy shop, they have like really bright colors for girl child. They don't want to use it. They say no, they want the mommy nail polish. So they will still go and get my own. Like theirs is in their room, they don't touch it. They want my own. So girl, to raise girls is difficult, like really difficult, because you start feeling like you're staying with your co-wife in the house. Like really, really crazy. Yeah, we give God the glory. Indeed, we give God all the glory, because where I for beef no be God. Like we give God all the glory, guys. So I'm so happy that we're having a testimony to give. We have a testimony to give. He's so okay now. I don't know. He's just tired. At least I think I would have invited him to come and say hello, but he left for the room. So I think he's tired now, because sometimes when he takes his medication, it's tiring for him. I understand. But subsequently, I'm gonna invite him here, bring his ass over here, so we could do some, cooking for you guys, because that's what we do best together. We cook a lot in this house. Cooking is like a culture for us in this house. We cook, we play around food. He likes to surprise me with new recipes, and I like to eat new recipes. So that's just us. I will say hello. I will say hello to him, of course. KMDD TV. Yes. So yeah, I'll give your love to him, of course. I'll give the love to him. I will. So yeah, let's talk about something different. What's happening? Of course, Igo Yeda Ashia plenty. I'll give him all the Ashia from you guys. It's been an eventful 2 weeks, or one. It's not up to 2 weeks now though, but almost. But I'm grateful. Like he got better emotionally when he got back home. So we are doing good. We are grateful and we are healing. And now I can laugh about it. Like before I couldn't laugh about it, guys. So we are grateful for life. That's how life can be difficult. And there are other things too. That's just the one for now that I'm comfortable sharing, you guys. So we just have to learn to be kind to one another. Like people are going through stuff. People are going through it. And not everybody looks like what they are going through. Yes, if anybody has a question to ask me, please go ahead and ask, because I'm reading and I'll start answering. Yeah, Comfort me just says you want to ask a question. What to ask a question about the cookie corn, please? Of course. Shoot. Right. Ask the questions. I'll answer. If there's anything you want to ask me, go ahead and ask. I'm answering questions. Everything. So if you have something that you want us to talk about, do write it down below. We have discussions. We talk about it, because yes, that's me. I'm waiting for Comfort's question about the cookie corn. Like I have some ideas I have in my head, guys. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know, for those who are Facebook creators as well. Do you find yourself having an idea in your head, then you don't know how to bring it to life? Like you just feel stuck in the creation process, because the way you want it to look when you're done with it, you feel like you don't have the technicalities to bring it the way you want it to look. Or do you put out a video and start criticizing yourself? You be like, oh, why did you do it like that? Why did you say it like that, guys? Like for me, this YouTube thing is something that I really am passionate about, but I wish I had somebody that was, these people who have like camera crew, people are just, doing the technical stuff for them, and they are just there to cook or just there to talk. I wish that was me. But it's a struggle, guys. We are still doing everything ourselves. Manually, all the basics, everything is, we're struggling, guys. But there's a lot of things in my head, a lot of things that we want to do, you guys. Today I was at the restaurant. I was like, when I go home, I'm like, oh, I should have done this live at the restaurant. So maybe we could have done something different, done it differently. My husband gave me the idea. We'll go home like, why did you not say something when we were still at the restaurant? They told me he didn't know I wanted to do live. I was like, okay, no wahala. Comfort said, wish to know if it is possible to use already processed sweet corn to cook the cookie corn, please. When you say already processed, what do you mean? Do you mean like the corn that has already been scratched from the, pulp, and it's just like the corn itself, or corn that is already grind? When you say process, what do you mean, please? Explain so I know how to answer you. Yeah. Lizzie says, yeah, I criticize all my cookies. I do that a lot, guys. Like, when I put out a video, sometimes I wish, like, you know, when I start criticizing first the quality, I feel like if I had a better camera, maybe you guys, because sometimes I feel like the camera I'm using does not do justice to what I'm seeing. So have you ever, you see something else, you take a picture, you take a video of it, then you feel like, no, this video is not doing justice to this food. Like, these people are not seeing what I'm showing them. Guys, it's something like that in my head. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I love food a lot. I don't know. I love talking about food. I love making food. That's one of the easiest thing that is like home chore for me to do. I can cook 5 different meals a day, but tell me to iron. Ironing is one thing I don't like. Tell me, guys, the corn in the can, no. Why? Because the corn in the can is already, like, it's pre-cooked. You cannot use the corn in the can because that corn is pre-cooked. Then it's not good. Like, for example, it's almost like, I don't know if, because that's why we can eat the corn directly, because it's pre-cooked. It's like almost boiled. You can, there's a corn, I don't know, Comfort, where are you, right? Where do you stay? Then I can know how to direct you to where to get the corn. Where are you writing me from? Because you have corns in the shop that is already plucked. You understand? Like, it's already plucked. You don't need to go and buy the full corn and start. Finland, of course, they have it. Like, go to, I've been to Finland. I don't remember the names of those shops. They have it in Finland, in shops, guys. You go to, like, I don't know, any like grocery shop, they have it in freezer. It comes in bags like so. Like, you have like 50 grams, 40 grams, sometimes as big as 900 grams. They have it in freezer, in shops that is already plucked. I don't know how can... just give me a... Guys, give me a moment. Let me show Comfort something. I have some in my freezer. Let me get and show you how it looks like. Because I'm sure that too is in Finland. Finland and Sweden, we are neighbors now. Everything we eat here, you guys have it there. Just a moment, I'll be back. Let me get the corn and show her. Look at this. Comfort, are you here? This is the bag. That's how I buy it from the shop. Can you see it? And I'm sure something is written here in Finnish, if I'm not making a mistake, because you guys have crazy language. So I don't know. Look at that name. It's Begro. Go to the freezer part. I think they've written here in Finnish too as well. Different languages. I think this is Finnish down here that I'm seeing. Yeah. You see? I think they've written in Swami too. It's there somewhere. So go to the freezer part of your... yes, so I see. Okay. You go to the freezer part of your grocery shop. They will have it. You know, there are different companies that make it. This is just one of... This one is like 250 grams. But there are smaller ones as well that you could buy to make the cookie corn. And you'll be amazed. Like, you'll never want to buy it because it's sweet and it's raw, because you want raw corn to make cookie corn. You don't want to buy those canned corns. They're already pre-cooked, so it's not going to be as good as this one. Yes. Welcome back, Kami's channel. You're still in the Zoom meeting. Okay. I hope you finish this because I need you here. I need to talk to you too. So let me just go back and drop this in the freezer before it starts defrosting. And of course, these two you could use to make corn chaff. I used to make sweet corn chaff with this, and it's perfect. See? I know, right? Do you know that, like, I think I made cookie, where was that? We had some visitors at home who came to say hello. But what was that? I think that was 2 or 3 days ago. I made cocky, and we had one of those people who came. They were like, though I've not seen cocky on the channel, I will be waiting for cocky beans. I'm like, okay. Had it been I had much time, I would have recorded it. You know, cocky beans now is a lot of process, and we don't eat it as much. You know, I feel like cocky beans, my mother has scarred me with that thing. You like comfort. If you're saying that, that means you know me very well. Growing up, picking of that beans, even though I have a very easy method that I've learned here to wash the beans. So you know, that's the black eye beans we're talking about. For those who don't understand what I'm talking about, the black eye beans, that's what we're talking about. We have a recipe from Cameroon, cocky beans, and yeah, it's delicious. I'm gonna make it so and post it on my channel for those who are non-Cameroonians to try. Nigerians have something like that, but they don't call it cocky, they call it moi moi. It's a vegetarian dish, guys. It's so delicious, like so delicious. And growing up, my mother used to make it and sell. So you know, we used to eat that a lot. I'm kind of scared with that. Sometimes I go like 3 months, I don't want to eat cocky, because you know, it reminds me of when I was little and the work was too much. The work was too much, and my mother used to make like really good cocky. I'm sure Comfort can confirm, because now she's telling me she has been eating mommy's cocky, so she can confirm. My mother makes one of the best cocky like in the whole of Southwest. Those who know, like she's known for that. Some now people even call her Mommy Cocky, like that's her name. They don't, a lot of people don't know what she's really called. And guys, let me give you guys a story before I go and keep that corn back. My mother traveled to Nigeria because one of my brothers was married to a Nigerian lady, and this lady lost her dad, so they had to go. My mother had to travel to Nigeria with my older brother. They traveled to Nigeria, and my mother came back with a testimony. She said at the funeral she was just sitting because she didn't know a lot of people, and my brother was busy helping his in-laws to work. So my mother said she just sat somewhere, and a group of guys came and met her. Yes, a group of guys came and met her, and they called her Mommy Cocky. What are you doing in Nigeria? Do you know that these people gave my mother gifts? Like, they told my mother cannot even remember. That's the irony of the whole thing. She's like, she cannot remember the boys, but the boys told her that when they were in Cameroon, they were working at one garage. They were mechanics. So my mother used to give them cocky. Sometimes they'll come and tell my mother that they don't have enough money. My mother will give them extra cocky that day for them to go and eat. Like, my mother was so nice to them, and this poor woman does not remember any of them. And they gave her gifts of money. They bought her things to bring back to Cameroon, like that. They are big, they are married, and yeah. So you know, that's how life is. You can do some good to somebody today. You don't know how they'll repay you sometime in the future. The irony is that my mother does not even remember them. They were just like, thank you for all the love that you showed us. The guys, they were Nigerian guys, of course. Thank you for the love you showed us while we were in Cameroon working. You're a very good person, and we love your cocky. Like, your cocky is that thing that we used to wake up and want to eat. It's like when we know that we are going to work and know that by break time we're coming to eat your cocky, we have energy to come and work. And the fact that sometimes when we don't have enough money, you would give us cocky for free. Like, my mother was like, she was just like, I was just looking at them. I didn't even know what to say. My mother is that kind of a quiet person. Like, I was just looking at them. I didn't even know me what to say. I was like, that says, but I said thank you, but I didn't know, because she did not remember. She does not remember anything. But that's a blessing about being good. Yeah, Clotilde can say one of my husband's favorite. Dora, do you remember hubby sent me to you to teach me how to make cocky? Yes, yes. And this is one thing, like Clotilde commented down there, her husband, I used to know her husband before I knew her. So the husband, I remember before she moved to Sweden here, the husband used to tell me, if my wife comes to Sweden, I want her to come and learn how to make cocky from you. Then in my mind, I'm because I used to make cocky for her. Her husband used to love cocky, so he would beg me to make cocky, and he comes and eats at my place, or sometimes he brings to his house. So it's like, when my wife comes, I want her to come and learn how to make cocky. Then in my mind, I'm thinking, what if this girl can already cook cocky more than me? What is this man saying? Maybe this girl is expert in cocky, and he is telling me that he wants his wife to come and learn cocky from me. But also, it just so happened that when she and I met, we didn't even need the husband to advise her to come and learn. We clicked on a different level. So that's the thing with me. I have like a history with cocky. Like grew up, in a cocky kitchen. Let me say it like that. So maybe that's where my love for food started. I don't know, but I can say I do make cocky like my mom's. Sometimes I'll joke and tell her that I make cocky more than you now. Your own is old fashioned cocky. Mine is modern cocky. She'll just laugh, of course. But I'm glad that she taught us what she taught us, guys. So, and I'm gonna teach you guys my recipes, of course. I have lot of different recipes that I just want to teach people or show people or sometimes learn from people, because sometimes the thing with cooking is you learn every day. There's a way you do something and you can learn, you can see somebody's style of doing something. I'm not saying you guys don't already know, maybe you guys know, but you are doing it in a way that maybe is more difficult for you. There are some little tips and tricks on how to make it better or how to make it faster. So maybe that I can learn from you. Or you guys, when you watch my videos, do comment too. Tell me how you make yours. I could also learn from you. Maybe there's a way that you guys make it that I could watch, or I could learn, or I could, you guys can say, oh, I do my own like this when you guys are commenting. So I can also read it. Maybe I could try your style one day and see that your own style is better than my style. Yeah, yes, so me too. I learned a lot from her than my mom. I'm telling you, she's like, my mom is, I don't know, I look like her a lot, but I don't talk like her. I talk more than my mom. My mom is the quiet type. I don't know why I resemble. I don't know. My mom is very quiet, but she laughs a lot. I think I take her laughter. Like I look like my mom, for those who know. I laugh like her, I smile like her, and I look like her, but she does not. I don't talk like her. I talk faster than my mom. My mom really does not talk fast. She's like quiet kind of person. Thank you, Clotilde. Do you pack a punch in the kitchen, girl? Thank you, girl. Oh my goodness, that's so cute to hear. Oh yes. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you for joining. Oh my goodness. I have to give a shout out to Royal Eve. Like, guy, that's like thank you, sis. Thank you. I have to give a royal shout out to her. Like, she's one of the people that are pushing me. Like, when it has to do with YouTube, she's like the wind beneath my wing. How do you say it? The wind beneath my wings. Yes, like that wind that is pushing. Thank you, darling. I'm so happy that you could join. Yeah, I confess, say you look like her. Yes, but you to talk. Mommy is not talking. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I talk too much. My mom does not talk. My mom is the quiet type. For those who like, I don't know. That's why I say I don't know what I look like. We have one of my uncle's wife. They gave me her name, and she talks a lot. Maybe it's the name Dora that is following me. Who knows? So when you have a baby, be careful. Don't just take any name from the family and name your child. Maybe those names, they have things that it comes with it. I don't know. Maybe I resemble that my uncle's wife because she talks too much. Oh my goodness. Let my cousins don't watch this video, I beg. No, not my auntie that stayed with. There's another one in the family. Like, if my cousins happen to watch this video, they'll just know I'm talking about their mom, because it's just like, it's her name that they gave me and she talks and I'm like her. So maybe the name Dora they just transfer the talking syndrome to me, because my mom does not talk. I don't know where I came from. And my father too does not talk. So I cannot say I look like my father in that aspect. My father too is a quiet man, the very heady man. I'm sure, Comfort, you know my father. So guys, when you have a baby, be careful who you name your child after. Be careful. I don't know. Sometimes, let me give you a story, guys. Sometimes when I do give out my when I post out my YouTube videos and I start watching, I'm like, Dora, can you not be quiet? Why are you always explaining? Just be doing what you're doing. Let them watch. You're talking too much. That's what I tell myself, guys. So you can imagine how hard I am to myself as well. Clothing. Oh my goodness. Yes, if you are just joining us, guys, we are chit chatting. I'm sorry, like I told people who are already watching. This is my first time of going live on YouTube. I did write out a topic, and I thought it came out. Apparently not. I gave out a topic like, let's just chit chat, get to know each other, so you guys see the face or the person behind Doramartin's World channel. Most times I'm doing voiceovers, but I'll try to, because I will plan on doing a lot of lifestyle content. So yeah, so I just wanted to for us to talk about some life difficulties, because then I shared a story. Yvonne, I did share a story, you missed that. So now we're smiling because I wanted us to discuss about life difficulties. So yes, I touched on that a little bit. So now we're just laughing and just catching up. Yeah, Marlene, I said, what is your favorite food to cook? That's a very good question, actually. What's my favorite food to cook? Wow, I've never really thought about it. Like for me, like I like challenges. For example, I like because cooking, like when it has to do with African food, the difference with African food is like you cook without thinking. I don't know, maybe on the comment section people can relate. Africa, like one thing I learned when I moved to Sweden is, like, for example, we have one recipe that we make, puff puff, you guys know. And I had some friends, some Swedish friends, Marlene, they ate it and they wanted to know how to make puff puff. Irony was, I couldn't tell them how to make puff puff because I don't know the measurements. Because we were used to we just put and put and put and put and bam, food is ready. Like, it's the craziest thing. I can't explain it. I have friends at work, when we talk about like cooking rice, they can't cook rice without measurements. They want me to say how much water, how much rice, And it's difficult for me because I can cook rice and the rice will come out in grains, but I don't measure the water, I don't measure anything. We just throw things in the pot and it's ready. So that's how I learned how to cook. So now for me, when I'm making African meals, like, it's a challenge, especially when I'm doing the videos, because I have to think about people who are watching, who are learning, because I have to explain to them what quantity to use, and I'm still trying to figure out the quantities myself. So I think favorite food for me to cook right now is, like, because I'm learning new recipes. So when my, let me say chef, I'm tired of using that word, my husband, it's kind of tacky. Like when the chef at home, when he's at work in the restaurant, when I meet him there, I see, like today actually I ate something I've never eaten before and I want to know how to make it. He said it's a potato salad, but I didn't taste it like potato salad. So he's telling me, but there are different kinds of potato salad. I'm like, I didn't go to the chef school with you. So I want to know this particular one because I want to learn it so I can show people. So for me, I get more excited when I'm making new recipes, like the ones that I've never tried before. So I think I feel that there's that gladness when I'm making that. I don't know if that makes sense. So I can classify those as my favorite things to cook. Because for the other African recipes that I make, I don't think about it. I just put things, and as you can see, before I know, food is ready and it tastes good, like really good. So it's not challenging. Those ones are not challenging, if I can explain it like that. I like, my favorite food to cook are those foods that I've tasted and I love. Then I've learned how to cook. Then I'm making it for the first time. Like, I just want to start perfecting it. Because when I learn something new, I'll cook it the way I was taught. The second time, I try to change it to make it more of my own. I want to add my own things to eat, So I think that's it for me. Hot pot in those days, maybe now it's different. No, hot pot is still, I think hot pot, I don't know what you mean by hot pot in those days. I think that's one recipe that I like to make too, because we eat a lot of potatoes here in Sweden, and I know my Swedish friends will want to try that potatoes hot pot. Delicious. I can make that with beef, I can make that with chicken. I'll pick. Comfort, do you know that I actually have cassava in water right now? I've been waiting for that cassava to be soft so I can make fufu and go live and cook eru. That was the plan. We had that plan last week. I was gonna go live on Facebook to make eru. That's like the plan. But unfortunately, you guys know what happened. So the fufu is still in the water. Luckily for us, that fufu, the cassava is still. I don't know, for some reason the cassava is not soft. The cassavas that we buy here. So that's coming on soon. Yes, trying new things can be very intriguing. I just realized that, yeah, it's very intriguing to try new things. And I don't know, is that there's that sugar rush. I have that, sugar rush. Each time I know that, okay, I'm trying something new, something like recently, Clotilde, I bought fresh fish from Ika Maxi. You have to try it, girl. Like, that's the first time. I always have fresh fish from the coming when they order from the restaurant and stuff. But this time I went to Ika and I got fresh fish. Let me pause. Fresh fish like fresh fish from Limbe. Fresh fish like the fish that I'm sure they just, girl, I almost killed myself. The roasted fish you saw, fresh fish. I can't even begin to explain how sweet that roasted fish was. So yes, try it. Let's give a break from these frozen fishes. Let's get fresh fish from water, like fresh fish. God, those who are from Limbe, Cameroon, you guys know what we're talking about. You guys don't know how blessed we are for like that water that we had there that we underestimate. Like, we're just looking at it like it's normal. It's not normal, oh. I don't remember the last time I ate fresh fish. Like, it has to be frozen for me to eat it. You go and buy it, you defrost, you start cooking. Of course, the taste is different. Like cold store fish from back home. So I bought fresh fish from Ika, girl. So it's, oh my goodness, Bokaro. Oh God. Only those from Limbe will know what Bokaro is. Will you blend the cassava or grate it? I don't think I have the patience to make fufu. See, I will blend the cassava. I have it in what I already cut it in small chunks. So when it's soft now, I'm going to use the food processor to blend. That's how I plan to do it anyways. And yeah, I'll show you guys how it comes out. I plan to make a video. I have some already. I took some video already about it. So it's just the last stage remaining. So I'll have a video up on how to make watafufu. Girl, you want to do it. Like, you want to eat watafufu and eru. What is all this? I'm tired of eating all the, we have something that we call manna green here. Like, is it, how do you call that thing in English? It's like semolina. I'm tired. I want real fufu. Put hot water onto the... That's true. Do you know that my husband said I should put hot water? I refuse. I'm like, hot water maybe will kill, like, cook the cassava. Maybe I'll go and do that before I go to bed tonight. Thank you for your tips. Thank you. Have you made fufu before, Comfort? Let me know you're speaking from experience, I beg. Let me not go and put hot water there, then it becomes chaos. Crazy. So, yeah. Guys, please come up with more questions. I was about to say it's good to blend. Yes, I'm going to blend it. Like, I'm using the food processor to blend everything. And I want to really, like, I'm so excited. So excited. My favorite food when I was back home, when I was back home, was watafufu and okra soup. So I'm excited to make that as well. Very excited. Let me drink some water. I've been talking too much. I'm very excited to see how that fufu comes out. I'm that kind of a person. I'm very picky. Like, sometimes I've gone to like African shops and I've seen how they have like somebody, they call it fufu. I don't trust it. So I've never bought it. I'm not about to risk my, kidney and whatever organ in there that thing can destroy. I'm not about to risk it. So I've never bought it before. I don't know if anybody has bought fufu from the shop. Please tell me here abroad how it is. I've never tried it. I've never, and I don't even when I'm back home, going back home to visit, I don't eat fufu. If my mother doesn't make it, I don't eat it. Because I don't trust people and where they soak the water fufu. Because I've seen it before. One time I remember my mom, they had like a meeting, they were cooking for this meeting, and they forgot to buy water fufu from the market. So she sent me now to a woman to go and buy. She never buys fufu from anybody. She makes it herself. But they needed a reasonable amount of fufu. She sent me to this lady. I can never forget. I was like, I don't know how old was I. Maybe say 10, 11 years. I went to this woman's house. If you saw where they were removing cassava, you will never want to eat water fufu again in Cameroon. especially the ones that they sell in the market. Those people are wicked. And that's one thing that I'm so blessed. I feel so happy that I'm staying in Sweden, because the food quality in Sweden, it's guaranteed. Like, guys, it doesn't matter what shop you're in, you will never see like earth on anything. Everything is clean. I wish that back home we could do that as well. Like, people don't care how they throw. You go in the market, food is on the floor. And if you are not a clean person, that you go home and you wash things very well, you can eat something and you get sick. That's why we have a lot of people dying from typhoid and avoidable diseases like that. The way they handle food is crazy. So crazy. So that scared me. Like, I didn't want to eat water fufu. When that woman gave me water fufu, I carried it home. I told my mom. Luckily, my mom has a way of doing it. She always washes it again, and they put it in water, like it's really soft again. They pass it through a sieve, and she keeps it there to sit for like an hour. Then you see that the clean water comes up and the fufu is under. She throws out that water, then she now cooks that one under, because she herself knows that those people, they are wicked. If you see the drums that these people will soak, you ask somebody, they'll tell you they don't have water. They don't have water. That's what they'll tell you. Like, people are reusing water. Like, I don't want to, it's so gory. Let's not talk about that. Clotty said, my favorite food is eru. Nobody asked me, but I just have to say it. Don't bother. Soon we'll be going live. But unfortunately, I know you don't like snails, because this eru that want to go live and cook, the area is going to have all obstacles. Like, all obstacles will be present. Very present. We'll have smoked fish. We'll have snails. We'll have kanda. That's like the Nigerians, they call it, how they pronounce it, pomo. Jesus is Lord. We'll have that. Like, how they call kanda in English? Is it hide? Guys, you guys should help me. You know, we grew up in pidgin, so yeah. That's a secret, to always rewash your fufu. Like, golden rule, anything you buy, rewash once, twice. If you have enough water, go as far as 5 times. Wash, guys, because trust me, even when they send me area, I trust my family. My sister, she is like a clean freak. Like, if my cleanliness is 10, my elder sister is like 50. So when she makes things for me, I trust it, because I know she doesn't play with her stomach. But whenever people send you things, guys, I'm advising you, wash it. Even though my sister, I trust her, I still wash. So don't sleep on it, guys. Back home, even eru, when you buy eru from the shops here, I used to put it in water, like the ones that come up, I throw. Then I start washing from the sand, and sometimes you find sand coming from under, which for some reason we think it's normal, but it's not normal. Yeah, what was I saying? Even before, my mom used to buy from the market and has to rewash the fufu before she can cook. Yeah, that's the best thing to do, guys. Don't trust what you buy from the market, especially from back home. Some women are actually clean. I know there was this Bayangi woman that used to cut eru in the market. I know her. Like, this woman is clean. When my mother wants to buy eru, she'll tell you, go to that woman. If you go to any other person and buy eru because you feel that, you go to that woman's table, there's a lot of people, you come home, you give my mother's money. Like, because she will not use that eru, she'll be so mad because she doesn't trust them. This woman, I know her, she used to wash her eru at night, and she spreads it, the leaf, it dries. Then the next day, now she packs it in a bag. You see the way she dries her eru from the, like, not dry it, but you know, yeah, like for the water, because she washes it first. She buys eru. You know, these people go to the market to buy eru. A lot of women, you go to the market, they are just, from the bundle that they bought the eru from, they just open and start slicing. This woman does not do it like that. She washes it at home. I've seen her like 100 times. And she comes to the market and she's cutting her eru and selling. That's what people should do, but not everybody does that, unfortunately. So yeah, and one thing that I want to say, like, guys, have you guys, like, for me, I realized that when I moved abroad, that we from Cameroon are so blessed with food. Like, we are blessed with food. We have, like, the variety of food that we have. Have you guys thought about it? Because when I talk to my friends from other countries, like, you know, Uganda and all, like, they don't have as much variety of food that we have. So it's it's something that I have passion for. I just want to show people as much as I can, like the different kind of food, to try a different kind of food, not just Cameroonian food, but different kind of food. So we get to learn, but I'm sure we from Cameroon are blessed. We have different kind of food. Like, we are blessed like that, guys. So blessed, so blessed, so blessed. I don't know if you guys are enjoying this so far, because I am enjoying it. We'll be on here for like 1 hour, 30 minutes. And it's fun, really fun, really fun. Rewash it with a lot of water. Back home, we rewash using corn fufu sieve. Yes, that's how we do. Like, I don't know. I have a sieve here that is almost like that, but it's not as small as the corn fufu sieve that we have back home. So that's what I plan to use to make that fufu. I hope I succeed. I wished I had that, the smaller one, so to really sieve out all the, the stem that I'm gonna blend it. So I hope it comes out. I'm so excited because this is the first time I'm making water fufu actually. I always eat semolina with eru, but this time around I felt like if I'm gonna go to YouTube and make a video of fufu and eru, because it's my culture, guys. That's the food from my homeland. I'm a Bayangi girl, so I have to represent. So I'm feeling like if I have to go and do eru, I want to go all in, guys. See. While I prefer okra, that one a short banger. I have to do it. I have to do okra in all shapes and form, guys. There are so many ways to eat okra. You guys know the drill. Like, I'll make okra. There are different kinds of okra. I don't know if you guys know it. Please comment if you know it. There's okra that you make very thick. You eat it with stew and fufu or gari. There's that okra. There is pepper soup okra, the one you can make and eat with fufu corn. That pepper soup okra, so I love it with fish. There's another okra, the one from where I'm from, like we call it tanchot. There's a spices like that you have egusi in the okra with red oil and some obstacles well represented. That's for my culture. That okra too I'm gonna make on this channel. We have another okra too. That's like which other okra again? Like the normal okra with groundnuts. Yes. Okra with groundnuts. I love that too. That one is best with gari. Don't go and spoil it with fufu. Yes, that's another okra too. So guys, imagine the different ways of making okra. It's gonna be an okra series. But I don't plan to do that because now I'm still growing the channel, guys. So I'm looking at things to do that will bring more people here. So when we are established, I'm gonna start doing series. Like, I'll take one food and we break it down, like the different ways. Like you can make like porridge plantains. You have the way that I love, the Bayangi way of making porridge plantains. I don't know if you guys know it, that everything in that porridge plantain has to be smoked. If you're using meat, it has to be smoked meat, smoked fish. Then you put some egusi, small, jangsa. Oh my goodness. Then you have to put the oil. So when you break the plantain, there's small oil dripping off from the plantain. We are going to do that on this channel. There's another way of doing the porridge plantains again. That's the way the people from Bamenda do it. The Bamta, like, you guys know it. You don't have to stress the plantains too much. You look for a lot of vegetables. Because we don't have the kind of vegetables that we use back home, we'll do spinach will be representing us. So we'll have that too in there. Bonhouse plantains, guys. We'll do that too on this channel. Like, if we are doing plantains, we're doing plantain series, like porridge plantain series. We'll show it. Then we'll go same porridge plantain thing. We'll do how the Bamlekes are doing it, guys. We could switch it on to Topsy banana, or you still use plantains to do how they call this food that I love so much, kondre. We have goat's meat here. We're using goat's meat to do kondre, real kondre. Like, guys, I can't wait for us to grow. So please, I'm begging you guys, share my videos. Once you share my videos, invite your friends. Tell them to invite their friends. Because we are learning, guys. I want it to be a fun platform where people come and learn. People come and talk about food. You learn something. You want to rush to DoramartinsWorld channel to share. So we talk about it. Teach other women too. Because, oh my goodness. The goal is to put Cameroon food out there for other people to see, while we too are also learning other people's food too, because Nigerians too have a lot of food. Like the last video that I put out, guys, I learned that not long ago. Like, if you look at that dish, you think it's tomato stew. It's not tomato stew. Guys, that is peppered sauce. It's so delicious. Please, if you've not done it, go and try it. Hello, Wilson Ken. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining in. Comfort say, he no chop go past that you have work from mother like daughter. Thank you, girl. Do you not chop them more? See, I grew up in a home. Let me give you guys another backstory, guys. I grew up with my aunt. This woman can cook. Like, I'm not saying so because she's my family person. Like, sometimes I used to be shocked. And the thing that made, because we grew up in a house that, you know, from those who are from Cameroon, you know, like, there's a lot of standard in Africa. Like, the rich are really rich, so the rich will have a lot of house helps and everything. Then you have like the average people. Then you have like the poor people. We have a lot of class in Cameroon. Unfortunately, I pray that that disappears, because here in Sweden we have a lot of middle class, so we don't see a lot of poor people because the middle class is very strong, so everybody is comfortable. But unfortunately, back home in Cameroon, it's not like so. So I actually grew up in a house where I could say we are of the high class. But my friend, like Efeti, who is talking there, we grew up in we went to the same school, from primary school to secondary school, and she knows me, she knows my house. Like, if you see me, you will not know that I'm coming from that kind of a house. Like, you see me in school, I was like, we call it the pakoro. I was that. You can see me in school, I'm crazy as much till you meet me where I stay. They'll be like, I used to have friends ask me, Dora, is that your house? I'll be like, yes. Then I'm sure in their mind they're thinking, if she's coming from this kind of, why is she like that in school? But that's just me. I like fun. I like playing. I like everything crazy. So back to the story. I grew up like in a house where we had everything, and we had like from cook to cleaner to somebody who is taking care of the lawn to drivers. Yes, we had all those. But one of the things that my aunts did, that back when I was small, I used to think she was suffering us. You know, you used to have that, you're staying with your uncle and your auntie, and you feel like you're being discriminated upon. Now that I'm an adult, I thank her every day. Like, in my head there, I'm like, she did me well without knowing. Oh, please, just a moment, guys. I forgot to close the freezer, and I've been talking since. Give me a moment. Let me return the corn. It's still here. Then I come back. I will continue our story. So I'm back. Sorry, guys. You see, that's one disadvantage of talking too much. You talk and you forget yourself. So yes, like I was saying, and I hope you guys, if you are enjoying this live, please give me a thumbs up. Do like this video and do share this video. So that's the only way you're encouraging me. Let me drink some water. So, like I was saying, growing up in a house like that, guys, we had everything, like everything. But there was one thing that my aunt did, that when I was young, I used to feel like she was discriminating. But now that I'm older, I'm thankful to her, because that's what has made me to be the woman that I am. She used to tell us that we are women, because my aunts, like my cousins, were all boys. So they didn't used to do anything in the house, like anything. And that's one thing too in Africa, guys. The girl children are raised differently from the boys. Like, boys are meant to just chill, while the girls will do everything in the house, like all the chores. We used to work a lot as girls. Like, I don't know. I don't plan to do that with my kids. Everybody's going to learn how to cook. Everybody's going to learn how to clean. But in Africa, or mostly in Cameroon, I don't know, but I think Africa, as a whole, correct me if I'm wrong, the girls are made to learn how to cook, to clean, to do everything. And you still have school work to do. You still have to go to school, but you're cleaning, you're washing, you're everything, while your brothers are just sitting, playing football, and not doing anything. Guys, it's crazy. I think it's crazy. But back to my story. So we grew up in that kind of a home that we had cooks, we had cleaners, we had everything. But my aunt will still tell us that you are a girl child, you have to go to the kitchen and work. Sometimes I felt like we were the house girls. or maids, because we used to do almost all the cooking in the house. And when, like on weekends, because on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, all those domestic helps, they don't come to work. So it's just us. I used to stay with another cousin in there. She was a girl. So the weekend, we are the one to make everything. My aunt wants to cook. She'll tell us, go and prepare things for stew. Guys, we will do almost everything for stew. The only thing she does, she just comes downstairs and, just mix it in the pot. While that, I was learning how to cook. During the week, when the house helper, sometimes she'll tell them, don't do anything, give those kids to do, like those girls, meaning myself and my other cousin that we used to stay in the house. So we will do almost everything, and she will just come downstairs and make the food. By so doing, I was learning. Another thing that she used to do like a lot of catering. She used to like have, contracts, a lot to cook food for parties. And those used to be my worst weekends, because we wake up sometimes at 4 a.m. in the morning and we sleep like 12 p.m. in the night, because you are working from morning till the food goes. And when the food goes, we start washing pots, cleaning, and that is not easy. But again, I learned how to cook. So sometimes you grew up in a certain way, so you think it's maltreating, you think you're being discriminated upon, but that is God just teaching you what you need as tool for your life. So now I don't think there's any Cameroonian food that I can make, and I'm proud to say I do make it well. Like, those who know me know that I love cooking, and it's one of the easiest things I can do, and I don't complain when I'm cooking, guys. So by doing all of that, or by growing up in that kind of a milieu, I did learn how to cook, and I love it. So today now I felt like, okay, what should I do? Start a YouTube channel. A lot of people are telling me they want me to do more of beauty on YouTube. Like my friends, close friends, they be like, I should do beauty, I should do this, I should do show how to makeup and all that. I'm passionate about those things a lot as well, but I don't know, I'm caught in between. I don't know, maybe you guys can advise me. Will you want to see beauty videos as well? Should we change the concept and add beauty? Then do you want me to come and show you guys how to, draw your eyebrows, do makeup and all that good stuff, where to get good hair, how to take care of this hair? Can you guys believe that this hair, I've had it over a year? It looks like a new hair because we're taking care of the hair. So do you want me to come to and show you guys those things? Because when I wanted to do a YouTube channel, I've always wanted to do a YouTube channel about cooking. I've always wanted to start a cooking show. That's just me, because I like it. Let me read some comments now. Comfort said, say, if I said, do you know chop them more? I know, I'm trying. And another thing too, like there's some food that, you travel there, you see other people making, then when you eat it, you feel like, oh, this is good. Then you ask. I'm that kind of a person. If you make something I like it, I'll ask you, how did you make this thing? I'm that curious. Till now, I'm still learning. I don't think I know everything to the max. I still learn. For example, I can make my own, like, for example, I have one food that I cook it differently almost all the time, like, beans. When I eat mine, I like it. When I go to a friend's house and I eat her own, I feel like, oh, she's making this. I taste this beans. I'm like, it's really good. I ask her, how did you make it? I always ask. And by so, I learn more. Like, it's almost like you're adding knowledge to the one, more knowledge to the knowledge you already have. So that's just how it is. Comfort, you be needing an iron hand, especially when the program day. Oh my goodness. And that's true, right? That's true. So, okay. So I have to go and buy flowers and go and thank my aunt, right? Because she did a good job. Not so. Iron hands indeed. You can also do fashion police. So for all this anti-dem. I don't want people to send beatings to my apartment. Of course, like that's one thing I don't think I'll be comfortable doing. Like, for my girlfriends that I'm close to, for example, if we're going to a party and they wear something I don't like, I'll tell them, no, don't wear it. I'm very vocal with my friends. Like, I'll tweak their outfit or I say, no, take out that earring. And luckily, the people that I'm really close to, they themselves know how to represent. So, yes. So thank God. So I can only do fashion police to the people I love, because I'll not come on Facebook and laugh somebody and say, oh, what you were. I don't know. Maybe we should. I don't know. It's a brand. We can build that. I don't know. Marley says beauty is not as important as food. Of course. Thank you. That's true. That is so true. I remember when I was in high school, I used to have these friends. I hope they watch this video because they're gonna laugh. Like, she used to say, we live to eat. Then I'll tell her, no, we eat to live. She's like, no, she lives to eat. Like, and then I realized that, but I'm that kind of a person now. Like, and as an adult, sometimes I lay on my bed at night and I'm thinking, what am I going to make tomorrow for lunch? What am I going to make tomorrow for dinner? Like, I have that thought. And I think that's the most difficult thing in my adult life, food planning. Because you want to plan food, you want to think, like, okay, today we are having this, tomorrow we cannot have that because we don't want to have too much stash in 1 week or something. So you want to change it. Then you start thinking, oh, but what can I do tomorrow? Then you start, of course, you think about what you have as food in your freezer, or do you have to go to the market to make some shopping? Like, I think that's the hardest thing. Marlene, is it the same thing for you? Do you stress about what you're going to cook the next day, or the coming days? Like, I stress about that a lot. So yes, thinking about that now, say, okay, we live to eat. Because I spend a better part of my day thinking about what we're going to cook the next day, or what I'm going to make the day after. Like, sometimes when I'm like, I'm actually wishing, unfortunately it's so difficult because I have a full-time job. I'm wishing that I could be putting out 2 videos every week. 1 video for food and 1 video for something else. Maybe lifestyle, maybe makeup, maybe something else. But unfortunately, it's not easy because editing is hard work. Guys, editing is the ish. If and they say, let's feed the stomach, of course, you're right. We are feeding the stomach. That is working the money. Me, comfort saying, yes, so she said, no blue, we need fashion police in Cameroon Blue app. See, right? We need fashion police, but you have to have a thick skin. You know, not everybody's like Grandive. So you have to have a thick skin to be able to sit and critique. Because the people wear, I'll agree with you that some people wear crazy stuff, especially when on that red carpet. Like in Cameroon, you see some people that are going to parties, they say red carpet. I don't know if it's like what they announce before they come to those parties, because we see crazy things. But I know a lot of people are thinking that, but nobody has the guts to come and say, but why they do dress like this? You know, like they do it on ETV. Those ladies have thick skin, so they can take whatever insult is thrown at them. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Molly said you don't like cooking food. That means you order in a lot. That's one thing too that I learned in Sweden. Like in Cameroon, let me give you a story, Marlene. In Cameroon, it's not normal for people to buy food like often. But when I got to Sweden, we learned budgeting. We know that, okay, some people actually budget after they've taken their salary, they've paid their bills. You know, they budget money for restaurants. Like when I watch a Leaks Felan, I'm like, this is a thing, guys. Like people budget like 6,000, 10,000, depending on how much income for restaurants. I'm like, okay, that's a thing. Because for us back when I was growing up in Cameroon, eating in restaurant is like luxury. Guys, you from Cameroon, guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Like it's like a luxury to eat in restaurants. It's not something that people do it often. But we have a lot of street food. Like street food is a thing. Like restaurants is like, oh, see or so. But street food, like, oh my goodness, is the ish. Sometimes in the morning, you don't want to eat breakfast in the house because you want your parents to give you money so you can buy street food on your way to school. So for us, it's mostly street food, but you still want to come home and eat dinner. You still want to come home and eat, lunch. So I don't know. But so we don't order in to eat a lot. We cook food. Sometimes at night, it is believed for a lot of people, like especially the older generations, like my parents' generation, like that if a young couple, they eat a lot outside, then they are not responsible. If they are teaching you how to be responsible, they want you to be cooking at home and eating. But our generation is different. Our generation wants to go out because I come from a town where we have like a Hovet. Like the Atlantic Ocean actually is in my town. Like the real ocean, not the lake, the ocean. Like, so we have a lot of fresh fish. Like, we have beaches, a lot of beaches from my town. So yeah, there are beaches that is just for fishing. So you can go there and get fresh fish from. So we have close to the water banks. We have like women that are selling those fresh fish. Like, they just buy from the beach and they grill it. So we younger generations, we want to go there and eat. But of course, if you're married and you're staying in Cameroon, you cannot make your in-laws to know that that's how you guys spend money, because they start looking at you guys like irresponsible people. Because to them, it's just the free people. What it classifies as free people, like the people who are not married, those ones are free. They can do whatever they want to do. They are not in the African book. They are not responsible, which I don't agree with. Of course, they are coming from, we say, the German time. Like, that was before Europe annexed Cameroon, guys. Like 50s, 40s, 30s. That's their mentality. We, in this generation, we don't look at life like that. Comfort says, you know, they fear any person say, I know you now. The only person that your husband, you they respect, period. With the heart you get, you are fit for the fashion police, my dear. Thank you, Comfort. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah, let me, like, that's true. Like, it's only my, and the good thing is, before I started YouTube, I used to be so, I wanted to start YouTube a long time ago, but I'm that kind of person. I will second guess a lot of things that I do. I'm like, I want it to be perfect. I wanted to have the best camera, the best everything. Then my husband was like, you don't need all the best, just start, because you have the heart, you have the talent to do this thing, and you're gonna do well. I'm like, okay, are you sure? But guys, here we are. So I'm like, what if somebody comes on there someday and give me, like, insult me or something? Is like, you don't have to listen. You don't have to mind. Do they know you know? Of course, they are just so you know, you're going to have some thumbs down. Just so you know, you're going to have some people come there and insult you. But that shouldn't define you. I'm like, oh my goodness. He's a real dude. So he's saying something good. So yeah, of course, now I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit stronger emotionally, or, I don't care, because of course, what he thinks about me is more important, or what my close friends, not just him, like, I have a tribe of women around me that, what they think about me is more important than, so I know that they know me. Like, if I'm crying, I'll call them, and of course, support system is strong. So yeah, I can think about it, actually. I can think about it. Fashion police. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. It will be fun. Maybe we'll start fashion police and be anonymous, but it will not be fun. You want somebody to come on camera and come and tell them, Madam, what were you wearing? Oga, what were you wearing? But those people are disgracing also. Hey! Anyway, that's a story for another day. Like, a lot of people don't know what to wear to certain places. But anyways, let's drink water and mind our business. Yeah, Wilson Ken, exactly. And we that are we were raised like that, and now I think the good thing is, it's changing. Though the change is gradual, Wilson. In years to come, I know it's gonna be better. Why? Because a lot of parents now are more open. A lot of parents now are, this social media, the world is connecting so fast and, so well, that people are beginning to question certain traditions, certain beliefs, and people are learning that training a girl child doesn't require that she should be trained just to think about staying in the kitchen or staying at home to take care of a family, you guys. Because girls are doing things in the world right now, and I believe that African parents themselves are seeing. So, but unfortunately for the men that were raised to not know how to cook, that were raised to just feel that they need wives who will come and take care of them, unfortunately for some of them, they are having it difficult, because they have realized that some women too that they are meeting too don't have the time to come and be cooks or housewife, these women to want to, pursue their career, go out and do things for themselves. So these men are learning it the hard way to want to cook. So they better learn how to cook now. They will learn it now that they are older, unfortunately, because if not, they'll eat from McDonald's all the time or sometime. Oh my goodness. Ekane Eri said, I really like your fufu and eru because your senior sister can cook too really well. Oh yes. My sister, like everybody in my family cooks really well. Like even my brothers, they cook as well because I don't know. Growing up, I don't remember my mother forcing my brothers to learn how to cook. I don't remember. I don't think no. But for some reason, one of my brothers I'm talking about, he used to he had a lot of interest in like those kind of people that just like using their hands to work. So for some reason, he was in the kitchen helping sometimes to cook. So he too can cook. I remember I've eaten his food a couple of times and it was. So yeah, we are blessed like that to know how to cook. Thank you for that compliment. And I'm gonna tell. I'm sure my sister already knows that. I'm sure you've already told my sister a couple of other times that she cooks very well. Yeah, she does. She cooks really well, and I'm happy that she can. We're a tribe of cooks. If that makes sense. It's just funny, guys. I don't know. The way we girls grow up in Africa is good, but some of us feel like we are being maltreated and the boys know they are the men of the house. Yeah, Comfort, you said it very well. Like, I think if you raise your kids, like, for example, the way we grow up as African girls, we are like, we are the only ones to come and be in the kitchen when they are cooking to learn how to cook. We are the only ones to take care of the house. Like you learn how to clean the house, like the chores that a girl child has is more than what the boy child has. I don't have a problem if my brother is made to do the same things that I do. I don't have a problem. I think we have to be all inclusive. Like we have to raise our kids equally. It shouldn't be because you're a boy. Like another thing that they used to do to back home, if you're a boy, you go out, your parents are not as worried as they'll be worried if you go out. Like a girl child has curfew, like you have to be home in an African man's house, you have to be home by 6 p.m. maximum. But your brother can be out 10 p.m. Your father is not worried. Your father is not even like, where is your brother? Is he not back? Like it's a normal thing. He's a guy. He's hanging out with his friends. You guys. So I think that too is crazy because they should be raised equally. You guys, they should be raised knowing that everybody has to learn this thing. Everybody has to be good like this. Everybody has to focus on their studies. Not that a girl is being, they protect us women too much. Too much. That's another thing too, which is a good thing, but still, if they were protecting your brother as they're protecting you, I think so that would have been good as well. But unfortunately, we women are raised differently. We are raised to think differently. And we are kind of raised to take a lot of bullshit too from our men. So, I don't know, there are some things that I cannot actually go and meet my mom and complain about. She's not going to understand it the way I understand it because in their time, it was a normal thing for a man to do whatever. So, but I'm happy things are changing. I'm happy people are learning. Even the guys today, like sometimes I have these discussions too with my partner at home and he hates it. He feels he's more of the man of like, he wants a life partner. He doesn't want somebody that he has to be deciding for. Like do this, do that, do that. Is Sumbele from Germany? Okay. I kind of guessed when I saw that Ikane name. I was like, maybe it's not the one. It's Sumbele from Germany. How are you? Nice to see you on YouTube. More courage, my sister. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. I do appreciate it. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't write the topic, or I wrote the topic, but for some reason it's not showing. We're just talking about life difficulties. Then we're chit-chatting now. I shared some other stories, So now we're chit-chatting, just getting to know each other better. And I'm so happy that you joined in, and I hope you do stick around because we're discussing. We have like the cultural differences, so many beautiful things to talk about, but today we're talking about difficulties, how 2020 has been difficult. I shared some, something that happened, but we are celebrating, we're thanking God because he saved lives. So yes, we are here, we are strong, we are healthy. Glory be to God. Some people are having it difficult, we're praying for them. You know, some people are going through stuff that they don't look like what they are going through. We're encouraging them as well, you guys. So that's just what we're doing on here, catching up and chit-chatting. So please do join and comment, because I know you're a father, Sumbele. You're a father yourself, and how do you intend to raise your kids? Do you intend to raise your kids like the way we were raised? I know you have a sister, elder sister, and I know she was raised more like, she's like a mother to you guys now. So basically she was raised like, you know, there was some differences on how the girl child is being raised back home and how the boy child is being raised back home. Do you agree with that? Do you think the girl should be more protected than the guys? And do you think the way they raise kids back home, do you think is the best? And how do you raise your own kids right now? Do you differentiate? It's okay, you're a girl, you should do more of, learn how to cook better. You have to learn how to clean better. You have to, you know, be home of always. Why your son, you don't think they need to learn how to cook? You don't think they need to learn how to clean? You don't think they need to? What do you think? Just give us, what do you think? What do you think? And do you like cooking yourself? Do you enjoy cooking? Can you cook yourself? So let's chat and get to know each other better. So yes, what other comments are there that I missed? Yes. It's really fun being here. I like my first time of actually doing YouTube Live. I didn't expect to like it this much. I'm happy. I think it's a success so far. So thank you all for joining in. I really love having you here. So while we're continuing the discussion, you guys will tell me something. Then ask me any question too if you're interested to know something about me, or ask any question or answer while I am, you know, chit-chatting with you guys. Okay, thank you so much, Marlene. Thank you for joining in. What time? After 10 o'clock. Okay. Thank you so much, Marlene, for joining. Tack så jättemycket. Tack. Have a lovely evening and nice to see you. Oh, thank you for joining the live. I'm so glad that you could join me this far. I'm really happy. It's a pleasure. Tack så hemskt mycket. Confessor, for me, I pray for God's intervention on how I can bring up my kids on equal basis. I think it's more of conversations. I think it's more like I'm not saying it because I'm perfect at it. No, I'm still struggling, guys. I have, like, my family is mixed. When I say mixed in the sense that I have step kids and I'm trying to raise all of them as one. And for some reason, God was so merciful to me that if you see all my kids, it's just the way they look, then just you're gonna know that, okay, maybe this one, Dora didn't give birth to this one. Like, all of them, they sync like one. You can never know that I didn't give birth to those kids when I'm with them. So it's a blessing, guys. So on that, the challenges that I have more is that, like, they know when they are here, we have like house rules that they know that, okay. But you know, when kids, they live in two houses, sometimes they slip off the routine, you understand? And another thing that I'm so grateful is, like, I try to say, okay, I'm not saying my boys don't come to the kitchen. No. Like, we have this routine. When I'm making breakfast, everybody has their turn. Today, if you're a boy, I don't care if you're a boy or a girl, you're coming to the kitchen to help. You have to see my son. Like, the first one is 11 years now, so he is big. So I don't think it's a miracle that he can fry pancake anymore. But imagine a 7-year-old. He can mix the pancake. He knows when they say pancake for breakfast, he goes to the fridge and takes out everything we're going to use for pancake. Sometimes I'm amazed because now I don't have to tell him, bring milk, bring egg, bring sugar. No. He just running, picking and putting. And that's how he learns. Guys, when you start young, it's fun for them. So now it's still fun, you guys. And I don't care if you're a boy or a girl. If it's your turn to make up the table, you will make it. Like, if we are not doing pancakes, if we are frying egg for breakfast, I don't care if you're a boy or girl, you're roasting the bread. Like, you knows that everybody's gonna eat two slices or three. He will go around asking. He's a 7-year-old. Like, how many bread are you going to eat? They will say, how many bread are you going to eat? For him, it's fun. And by so doing, he's also learning how to, take care in the kitchen. When everybody eats, I don't care if you're a boy or girl, you're cleaning where you sat. And sometimes you clean where you finish first, you clean your small place and go. The last person to finish is cleaning out the whole table. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl, you're doing that. So those small things, I don't care if you're a boy or girl, you're fixing your closet. Like, everybody has a space where their clothes is at. They fix it. So they cannot be perfect. They will not do it perfectly. I don't expect anybody to do it perfectly. But I just want them to have that mindset of doing it themselves. Like, we are actually working on doing a vlog, guys. I can't wait. Like, we'll get there. Now, I don't want to vlog with my phone. Like, let's keep growing the channel. Like, when you guys meet my kids, guys, because they want to come on here and talk. Like, some of them are as chatty as I am. But unfortunately, some of them will be speaking in Swedish. So I have to train it that way. I come into my channel, it's English. So, guys, those small things, it's the small things that matter. Because as the years goes by, it becomes perfect. So I don't expect anybody to go and fix their cupboard perfectly. Only the 11-year-old, though. The 11-year-old has to. He too, sometimes it's a struggle to make him to go and fix it. He will tell me, hey, Mama, wait. Just give me 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Mama, wait. 30 minutes. Then I just come and turn off the PlayStation. I'm like, I take off the mallet, like the controller. If it is not fixed, you will not have your controller, and he fixes it in 5, like the way he will fix it. The way he fixes it when they have taken his controller, because he wants to come back and play his PlayStation. So he goes and does that perfectly. Then he's proud to come and tell me that, oh, come and see. One day, my kids, they were in our bedroom, they were playing, they were jumping on the bed. I came, everywhere was scattered. I got so mad. Like, why will you people come and jump on the bed in our living you can go and do that in your own. Why are you people doing it here? And they saw that I was sad. Do you know that when I left them, then I came to the living room, I sat. They came back like 30 minutes later, they came. They were the girls, though. They came and called, Mama, come, we have a surprise for you. I never knew that my kids could make my bed the way they did. I entered my room and I was shocked. These kids have, like, the smallest, then she was like 6 years. Our youngest is 6 years. 6 years, 7 years, and 9 years old. I was shocked. Like, the way I make my bed, these kids had, it's just that the sheets were not as straight, because I like to, straighten the sheets. But they followed all the pattern that I did. So these kids will shock you. Don't sit and think your kids cannot do anything. Try the little things, because what you do, they see. That's one thing I've realized about raising kids, is like, they see what you do. Even though they act like they don't see, they see everything. Good, bad, ugly. Once you do it around your kids, they see. So guys, yes, do it like that. That's where I started. And now they do things around the house and I'm shocked. Sometimes when they are playing, I come, you guys are playing this rough. They'll be like, don't bother, we'll clean it. And it's true, I don't bother, because I know they will clean it. After they'll come and tell me, we have a surprise for you. One will hold my eye. They say, walk and go. And they remove their hands and I'm see they fix their room. I'm like, oh, thank God. But it was a struggle. It didn't come overnight. It started when they will play with their toys and they just leave it there. Come on. Who played here last? Pick it and put it in the box. They'll be like, yo, I don't want to. I just pick it. Sometimes I even hold somebody's hand like this. I pick the toy. I throw it in the box. Now they do it themselves. But then they were smaller, you guys. So I think it's the small things. And I hope that as they're growing older, it becomes better. Not down. Want to go up, guys. Let me read some comments. Ekane said, I don't have a girl. I have 3 boys. I can cook very well because we lost our mom since, 32 years ago. So all of us, including my twin junior Finland, they can cook too. Wow, that's good. Really good. I know about your mom, but I used to think that was just your sister that, cooked everything. I felt like she was the mother for you guys. So it's really good to know that you all learn how to cook. It's a blessing. Like, I love a man that can cook. I love a man that knows his way around the kitchen. Sometimes us women now, guys, we don't want it's not like we want a perfect man that can cook perfectly, but I think I'll appreciate a man that has that heart to come into the kitchen and help his woman. I appreciate a man that has that heart. Sometimes we love it when you guys are around us in the kitchen. It's, it kind of turns us on. I don't know. I'm giving you guys a secret now. So for those guys who don't go into the kitchen to meet their wives, start it. You will see how your wife will open up to you. Like, you'll be shocked. Sometimes you just have to be there to help her when she's working. She's chatting with her, helping her to, pack some plates in the cupboard. Start as little as that. If you're the kind of man that you're not so good with the kitchen, just start there. And when you're with her in the kitchen, you guys are chit-chatting, you realize that your relationship grows better. Like, it's a testimony, guys. A friend of mine, actually happened to her. Like, they used to have some kind of, you know let's say marital problems, because she used to feel like, we abroad here, a woman is working, a man is working, then the woman has to come back home, take care of the kids alone, still take care of the house alone. Like, it wasn't easy for her. But unfortunately, her man used to not understand. The man was, raised to just wait for food. Of course, he has been waiting for food for some years, and he didn't feel like anything needed to change. And unfortunately for him, he forgot that now they were no longer, alone. They had 2 kids now, and those kids were demanding for the woman. So she started feeling like she doesn't have a use for her husband, because he's just giving her more stress. And unfortunately, they had some, small squabbles, and somebody intervened and begged the man to start helping her in the house. And that was the turning point in their relationship. And now the man enjoys it. Sometimes he calls me like, Dora, I watched this video. I'm trying to make this to surprise my wife when she comes back from work. I'm like, correct boy. Do that, and you have extra something in the night. I will just laugh about it. Wilson Ken said, exactly, comfort. That is very important. Exactly. Nicole Kennedy said, I love it. I think it is so important for kids of both genders to learn. Power to you, mama. Thank you very much. Little by little, they will learn versus the hard way all at once as an adult. I'm telling you, I really want them to grow up. Sometimes we joke that we want a share from all of the kids, but I don't know if any of them will be interested. But then you want your kids to grow up already knowing that they can be self-sufficient. I think as a parent, you want that when they are leaving the nest, like when you're pushing them out into the world, you want to know that they'll be able to take care of themselves. They will not suffer for food. So you know that, okay, they can, you don't want to go visiting your child in their own apartment and you can't come in because there's dirty laundry all over the place. You guys, you get the picture. So I pray I succeed the way I want to succeed, because with kids, you never know. You just have to put God first and do what you have to do, hoping that everything comes out best or good at the end. Comfort said, Mom, good night. Oh, thanks very much for everything. Duty calls. Thank you, Comfort, for joining, and thank you for being here with us. We love you. Thank you, and I hope we do this again some other time with you around. Thank you, guys, for joining. Thank you. So, yes, guys, it's been a lovely 2 hours, 30 minutes that I've been on here. I don't know if we should continue. Me, I don't have anything to do, so I'm kind of free, so I can just be here chatting with you guys. If you guys don't mind, but if you're tired, then we could say hello or bye-bye and leave. But I have some time, so let's take maybe some more 20 minutes, then we go, I think. Maybe some people have to go and unwind for the day and call it a night. I don't know. And if you're just joining, please say something so I know you're here. I don't know. I want to know who is watching, who is there live with me right now. And I appreciate you for joining in. And if you're just tuning in, please click on that like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please, I'm begging, subscribe. That's the only way you have to see me often when I come on live on YouTube, like so. Please do subscribe. So guys, it's been a lovely day. We've talked about so many things, life difficulty. That was the topic. 2020 has taught me a lot of things. It has taught me to be grateful for the little things, for the big things. 2020 has taught me to, don't procrastinate. If you have something that you want to do it. Don't wait too much on it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. If you have the necessary, tools for that thing, just start. If you don't have the necessary tools for it, if you need education, if you need to do some research, just go on and get you those tools. Go learn something. Do that thing. Like, follow your dreams, guys, because Don't live life on somebody else's terms, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. You want to live life on your terms. You want to make decisions for yourself. You want to live happily, guys. Try to strive for happiness. If your happiness does not entail hurting somebody else, go for it. Like, go for it. Find that love of your life, that woman that makes you smile, that man that makes you smile. If it's not a man or a woman that makes you smile, anything that makes you smile, go for it, because yes, we need some positivity in our life. We need to have those things that encourage us, that give us that light in our life, that makes us feel like, yes, I have something to go home to. I have something to wake up to. I have something to look forward to. I have something to go to. You guys, so get you that thing that makes you happy. So guys, if I don't know if you guys don't have anything more to say, maybe we could call it a day. I could log off, and thank you people for joining. I appreciate. Thank you. God bless you for this time. It's been a lovely 2 hours with you guys. So thank you for joining, and I hope to do this again soon. So thank you people very much for tuning in, and I said we should do some more 20 minutes, but maybe we should just say bye-bye, because it's 10:30 my time. I don't know where you are, what time it is over there, but thank you all very much for coming, and hopefully when next we are going live, we'll be cooking live, hopefully. So thank you all, and good night. Bye-bye. Alle good night. Good night, Doro alle Gott. Is that how they say it in German? Alle Gott. Alle Gott doesn't mean good night. So let me learn some German today. In Swedish, we say good night. Like, just like how you spell the good with the, but we say nat, like N-A-T-T. So we say good night in Swedish. So tack så jättemycket, and that's thank you very much. Good night. Bye bye. I'm logging off now.